It's time for a hydro hot mess. That's what I've decided to call it. Hydro hot mess. I'm really excited to be able to ring the bell again. I signed up for 3 slots, but I don't want to hog them all. I emailed the church and it was like, just, fill me in where I'm needed. I'd like at least 1 slot, of course. I had a really good time doing it last year. No one did it with me. So I had both bells, and I got to ring those suckers loud for 2 hours. I would really like to have company this year. So if anyone wants to sign up for my slots with me, sign up for the slots. If not, it's going to be obnoxious again. I'll have 2 bells and I'll ring them both. Now, I am pleased to say that I filled the tub. I don't know what you want to call it. The tub. I filled the tub of money, and he had to come and change it out and bring a fresh tub, because the tub was full by the time I was done with it. My grandpa was a part of the Salvation Army for 50 years, because I have that award. Because when Grandpa passed, I cleaned up, because I'm the only one of my cousins that lives in New York State. I am a jerk. I was like, I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll take that. No, you can't have that, I'll take that. I was a horrible kid. And then I realized I was being a jerk. And one of my cousins was like, I didn't get anything of Grandpa's to remember him by. I'm like, oh, here, you want this? And he's like, yes. So I gave it to him. I'd like to think I'm a little nicer now. I won't go hogging the stuff. And I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, and it's also at the Tops that my dad worked at for like 1,000,000 years. And the sad part is, I'll go there. No one will remember that I was his daughter, or that he worked there. So I've got to be the memory. I'd like to think they're both proud of me. I miss my grandpa. He helped raise me after Mom died. Hydro hot mess. When Grandpa died, I lost it. I absolutely lost it. I think his death affected me more than my mom's death, because I had Grandpa longer. I didn't have Mom as long as I had him. And I remember we were at Grandma's house that night, sitting with Grandma, and my dad had the fun job of calling his brothers and sisters to say, hey, Grandpa's passed. And someone, I don't remember who he was talking to, but one of them must have said, how's Grandma doing? And he goes, well, she's taking it better than Stacy. But I'll tell you what, I spent the night that night because we didn't want Grandma to be alone. And I could hear her crying and sniffling all night. And that just broke my heart. Because they were married for almost 64 years. I think he missed the anniversary by like a month. And a fond memory I have of my grandparents is my dad used to bowl, and those Friday nights I'd need a sitter, so I'd get to spend the night at Grandma and Grandpa's house. And Grandma would sleep in, and every morning Grandpa, this is what I love about relationships. There's true love there. Grandpa would set up the breakfast. He'd have a bowl of shredded wheat. I'm pretty sure Grandma had a bowl of shredded wheat and then a piece of fruit out for both of them. And then he'd wait for her to wake up and come downstairs. I was like, Grandpa, why don't you eat? Aren't you hungry? And he goes, I gotta wait for Marge. Or something like that. I don't know. Um, my memories are a little muddled, but that's the gist of it. Is, and it's like, that's love, man. That's love. And so many couples don't stay married that long nowadays, and I always wanted that for myself. And, doesn't look like that's gonna happen, but that's alright. I realize I'm a little bit cantankerous. That's a big word. I'm a little bit difficult to deal with, and I've been alone for so long. I kind of enjoy it. Although there are times when I'm homesick alone, and I'm like, what happens if, like the other day I was doing laundry. I was like, what happens if I fall down these stairs? It's going to take days for people to find me and wonder where the heck I am. Although my work would probably figure it out first, because they'd be like, why hasn't Stacy logged on yet? And then they'd send out the search party. And I think my neighbors would worry too, because even though I don't go anywhere very often, I think they would notice. I have really good neighbors. I know they drive me wacko sometimes, the leaf blower and crazy next door who does weird things. But they're good people, and I'm glad they're my neighbors. And across the street, too, of course. I still haven't decided how the brown house is, but Jennifer's good. She loves animals. She took in one of the stray cats. Pretty soon she'll take them all, I bet. I would love to help the cats, but I've got the dogs. And these are it. These are my animals. If they go and I'm still kicking, maybe I'll get like a hamster or something. I really wanted a sugar glider. We were at the Erie County Fair one day, and this dude, at first I thought he was just a weirdo. He's like, come here, look in my pocket. And I'm like, and then the little sugar glider poked his head out, and I'm like, it's a sugar glider. I didn't know it was a sugar glider at the time, but I was like, it's a critter. And it was so cute, and I was obsessed for a while. I did all sorts of research. I took a little online class to learn about how to take care of them and stuff. And what they have you do is you buy like a little pocket, and they'll sit in your pocket all day. And they have to have a friend, and they'll both sit in your pocket all day. I know. I'm insane. I love animals. I love to mess around with animals. Next year, like I said, I'm messing around with animals. I haven't figured out where else I'm going to go. I mean, I have to right now. It's late at night. And I read somewhere on Facebook, that's where I get my news, folks. Hydro hot mess. It doesn't look like they're going to be letting travel next year either, which is just a pain in the booty. I really, really want to get to Prince Edward Island. And it would be nice to go to Florida to see Stacy again, too. Stacy and her kids and her husband, who always asks me awkward questions. And it's like, why do you ask me these questions? But he's always been really nice to me, too. I can't hate on him. It's just the awkward questions. It's like, but you know what? I think that's funny about him, too, because I like to ask people awkward questions as well. Today I got to run our staff meeting. I was like, it's always a cluster when I run it. It's a little easy. It's a little less of a cluster when we're all online. But if we were in person, oh my gosh. Because online, they're probably recording us. In the office, you just got to worry somebody important's going to walk by and be like, why are you all laughing like that? And so, the new people in our team don't know about my diagnosis. And I always go, I have the cancer. And I was like, I have the cancer. And then my friend, he's like, should I do my introduction? I was like, oh yes. And he goes, I have the gay. It's like, I love those people. I have the best team. And you all keep getting promoted and moving to other teams. And now we're in the toilet. Like, Cheryl is freaked out. We are last in the call center. We went from number 1 all last year to toilet. That's alright. I'm still doing alright. Although she's like, your survey score's got to come up. I go, well, stop putting me on soup calls, because I'm just making people upset when I say no. No. Well, I feel better now. I was having a moment of nausea. It just kind of comes up on you, and I thought I was going to vomit, but I'm not. I'm really pleased about that. And I'm going to fall asleep soon. What other exciting news do I have to share with you guys? No Bible study tomorrow and the next day, but excellent news for the Bible study family. They had a healthy baby boy on Monday. Well, technically it was Tuesday, because I think it was at like 1 o'clock in the morning. But he's in the world, and he's cute. I don't ever say that about fresh babies, because I think all fresh babies look the same, and it takes them about a week or 2 to get their faces. You know, they all look the same to me until they get their faces. You know, but he looks good. He looks good. That baby looks good. Lord. But yeah, so I'm pleased for them. They really, we're looking forward to having a baby, and the baby came. And I do pray that at the next Bible study that we do go to, that the baby isn't a screamer. Y'all saw my hair yesterday. I got it chopped off. I like it. It's kind of fun. Now, tomorrow's the true test. I'm gonna wash it and style it. Styling it includes me putting just a little bit of gel in it, letting it air dry, and seeing what happens. So that's cool. But it definitely feels like the 10 pounds of hair is gone, so that's happy news. I'm getting a message. A hydro hot mess. I gotta keep hollering it so that I remember that that's what we're calling these sessions. I got my flow. Shh. Why did I do that? I've started watching Orange is the New Black. Oh my god. Some horrible stuff. It is definitely an adult program. And I find myself turning my head a lot, because I'm like, oh, I really am a prude, guys. I know you don't believe it, but I am a bit of a prude. Another thing, I'm just gonna babble again. These are one of my babbles. I've been working on my Christmas presents that I'm making for people, and they're almost done. Well, then I have 3 more to do, but these ones are almost done, and I've tackily decorated things with stickers that I bought. Stickers, just like a child made it. But I think everybody's gonna be pleased with these gifts. And I was thinking about, I think I'm gonna have to buy 1 more jar, because I think I'm gonna screw with my niece too. Usually I just go, what's your Venmo? And then she'll tell me, and I'll just transfer her some cash. I'm going to make her work for this one. I sure am. So if you're watching, Deanna girl, you're working for this one. And tell Tommy I think I'm going to get him a gift this year too and make him work for it as well. Because it'll just be funny for me. It's my entertainment is what is important here. I don't know. I guess I could say life's pretty good right now. Life's pretty good. I have to remember and not forget that next Friday I have to go to Roswell to get blood work. I normally go the same day as my appointment, but I'm doing a study for them, so I have to remind myself and set myself a reminder to go get that blood work done. They said they're going to call me, but I don't ever answer the phone. And so I'm going to have to remember to answer the phone too. But yeah, we're doing a study to see why Ibrance works on some people and why it doesn't work on others. And it's an amazing drug. It's an amazing drug. I knock on wood, praise the Lord, praise Jesus. I've been on this drug for almost 3 years and I'm still okay. Although those side effects that have returned are a little unfortunate, the nausea, and I'm pleased to say that I haven't had a shart, though, since the first time, so bless that. Bless that. Yeah, this hydro hot mess, it's kicking in now. I don't, it's that disc, that bulging disc. I have to go find a doctor for that. I'm really not keen on finding another doctor, because that's just such a pain in the butt. But I'm going to do it, because if they can give me relief, that's probably ideal, because I had a moment where I stiffened up, and then it was just shooting pain in my back, and I was like, well, just be thankful you're not my neighbor, because you might have heard some stuff. But yeah, I'm doing alright, people. I'm doing alright. If you're the praying type, I've got some friends who are going through some stuff right now. They could use your prayers. I'm not gonna divulge their information, even though they've put it on Facebook. God knows. If you pray, God knows what you're praying for. I want them to have comfort and peace. And an easier time going through what they're going through. 'Cause I've been there. And I'm still in the happy part of treatment where it only makes you feel partially like death. It's scary. Chemo is scary. And the hydro hot mess. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go to bed. This is probably just one big long babble. And I appreciate your watching. And I've gotten some very kind messages who tell me that they appreciate my positive outlook on life. That's why I keep making these videos. So you can thank those folks for encouraging me. But no, seriously, I do appreciate this. And my goal is to make you laugh. And you can laugh at my hijinks. And I can laugh at my hijinks. Try to find the bright side of life. Because really, it is good to be alive. It is. Philosophical. Is that the word I want? Philosophicy? Alright, guys. I'm going to go to bed now. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to turn the flashlight off. I'm not going to turn the light in my eye again because that was dumb. Um, I hope you're all doing well in the world, and I think of all my friends. I know you're all. I know all your Facebook people. Wow. Yeah, you too, Laura. But I think of all my friends all the time. I may not want to be around you all the time, but I think about you all the time. And I worry, I wonder what you're all going through. And I want you to know that if you have a problem or something and you want to talk about it, you can talk to me about it. Just because I have cancer doesn't mean my problem is worse than your problem. It's your problem. It's affecting your life. It's you can't compare. So I do like hearing about other people's problems. And if I have some stupid wisdom that I can share with you, I like to do that. Yes. So y'all have a good night. And I'm gonna freaky face. Oh my god. This is awful. Alright, whoa, this is terrible. Alright, y'all have a good night. I'm done. Oh my god, I'm a weirdo.